All right, and welcome to Fast Break Breakfast NBA Podcast. My name is Keith Parrish, and I'm here once again through the miracle of computer phone with my friend Dave DeFore. Also joined by Dorothy the cat, who's crawling across the soundboard that happens to be a touchscreen. So I've picked her up. Dave, how you doing? How's your actual summer going? Season's over. Everything's over. Summer League's over.
LeBron
NBA's
was the
over.
last thing, really.
I mean, we still have the worst teams in the NBA chasing Benedict Mathurin. I think maybe the Pelicans and Kings are like, sign me up for some of that. Although you and I both kind of like,
really should sign him.
I mean, why not? Both. Yeah. I'll give you all those teams. Why not? I'm not going to make fun. You're the Clippers. You kind of stink. Why not? Just keep him. He's an NBA player.
Yeah. He's
Anyways,
pretty good.
Yeah. What's your summer? Yeah. What's your off-season regimen?
I mean, it's the same old, work out, walk a lot, hang out with the dog. I'm going to take sailing lessons next week.
Sailing lessons.
I've been wanting to do this for a while. I consider this like a knowledge gap for me.
Okay.
Like I don't know how to sail, and it feels like something that I should have learned how to do like as a kid. I'm from Virginia. I grew up on the water all the time. I feel like I should have known. Then again, I didn't grow up with like.
Isn't this?
My family was not a member of a yacht club.
Yeah. I don't know about boats. Is this something about the cut of your jib? Is that sailing?
That would be a sailing term. Yeah.
But like now you can say I like the cut of your jib and actually know what they're talking about or something.
Yeah, I have to read the textbook.
What is sailing? Is it? Are you doing? Is this like solo sailing by yourself? You're just learning how to tie a knot.
Oh, it will be.
How does this work?
I mean, I've never sailed before, so I hope they're not just like put me in a boat. Like teaching someone to swim by shoving them in the water.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm gonna be in like a dinghy, so like a little 2 or 3 person boat.
Okay.
And I'm assuming with an instructor who's gonna teach me how to do this stuff. It's like 20% classroom, 80% in a little bathtub with a sail on it. So
interesting.
I'm pumped for that. Yeah.
They don't actually put you out in the ocean. Is this?
I'll be in like a harbor.
Okay.
So calm waters.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty fun.
I'm doing it during the week, so there probably won't be a lot of boat traffic.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. Apparently these things go fast. If I enjoy the first set of lessons, they have a racing class.
Oh,
so I might try that out.
And then eventually, what do you buy your own boat? You rent a boat?
Well, the funny thing is,
do you lease dock space? How does this work?
Well, yeah. So the dream of a boat, right, has been on my mind for a long time. I just like it looks like from the outside looking in, like a fun lifestyle, kind of like my Volkswagen, right? Like
this is the famous saying, like the two happiest days in a boat owner's life is the day you buy the boat and the day you sell the boat, not sail. SELL, the day you get rid of the boat. Yeah.
Okay. But the funniest thing is I found out how cheap boats can be.
Well, in this economy,
there's
everyone's underwater on their boat investment.
Freeboats.com.
It's a lot like pianos. Pianos are free if you can go pick them up.
That's right. It's kind of like that. Do you have a truck? Do you have marina slip space? Right. That's kind of the challenge out in California. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I have to buy a boat. I could wind up with a free boat and just have a project that's fun for me. I may not. Honestly, Keith, like the biggest thing is I just want something to play around in the water with. Yeah. Could just be one of these little Hobie cat, like catamarans, little sunfish, 14-foot sailing boat that you can park in a garage,
I'm just excited to add to your official title, Captain Coach Dave DeFore.
There you go. I mean, the biggest thing is like, to me, I look at it, this is yet another hobby that I have where the whole thing is you disconnect. I'm looking forward to adding that. Like, and it's so close.
Are you supposed to disconnect when you're sailing? It seems like that's one of those, you got to have your head in the game moments.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or you're disconnecting from the world. Game. You're only thinking about don't die.
Right. I'm not going to be like, oh man, how many points is LeBron going to score as a 42-year-old?
Man, it's a great question.
It is, but not one for the boat.
When you're out on the boat, you're not going to say, what did the Warriors do all summer?
Well, I haven't had to think about that very long.
I'll tell you what, they finally re-signed Gary Payton. They gave DeAnthony Melton his the full something biennial exception, I believe. I think the Warriors' entire plan for the sunset of Steph Curry's career is to depend on DeAnthony Melton improving multiple years from a catastrophic injury.
Yeah.
So today's episode, outside of boating, we're actually going to talk about the Central Division. We might go over some recent news, but we're recording in August. We're going to go over the Central Division, answer a few questions about each team. But in the offseason, the thing I've done since before I started a podcast, like 15 years ago, I really enjoyed just like trying to come up with the depth charts and writing out every, because like new faces on new teams, It's exciting. And I haven't done every team yet, but I was going through the Warriors roster and I was just like shaking my head, like, what in the world? This is the oldest team. It's like they sat on their ancient balls this summer and did nothing. And it's like you have a 40-year-old Al Horford. You have an ancient Draymond. Like Kristaps Porzingis is like young. They have no one on their bench. They have no like backup centers after letting Quentin Post go. I kind of totally forgot they traded Trayce Jackson-Davis at the trade deadline last year. So I was like, where are their big guys? And then I'm like, who's their?
They haven't had a center in. I don't know, man. I mean, Porzingis and Horford, I guess.
I mean, Porzingis, Horford, and Draymond, but it's so ancient.
They're old,
and it's like they're still starting. I think opening night they're starting Guy Santos.
Well, the healthiest guy that they have in their center rotation is Horford, maybe. Because Draymond's had a rough couple seasons.
Anyway, we can't get too into the Warriors. They're not in the Central Division, so we're going to talk about the Central Division. Before I do, I guess. I'll say for breakfast, I had pancakes again. I've been making so many pancakes. This was the summer of Keith learning to just cook basic things, and I'm home with my kids all summer. I did not give them a great summer. They did not have a bunch of exciting things. All their friends are going to like Universal Studios and Paris and like
but I saw you guys at Disneyland.
That was a year ago. That was last summer. Okay. Listen, if I give my kids,
did you guys buy a new house?
We bought a new house. I was trying to tell my kids. I told my kids this morning. I'm like, we don't have Paris money, guys. We don't have in the summer go to Paris. We just bought a house. We did get a treadmill for free. Although we had to pay somebody to move it. Speaking of getting things for free, if you can find the movers, we paid movers. They annihilated our house getting it in and out.
Oh God.
So I mean, we have a lot of drywall damage, period. The previous owners also just slammed things into the wall. We haven't fixed it all. But yeah, I was like, we got a treadmill. You can walk on the treadmill for fun.
That sounds like a fun summer camp.
That's a fun summer activity. We made pancakes.
Let's spackle these walls. But
anyways, I've been cooking pancakes with the kids a lot. I'm trying to bulk them up. My kids are both, they're very skinny.
Are you adding protein to these pancakes? Is it cottage cheese?
No. We're just straight up
basic water
butter.
And Bisquick.
Yeah. We're not trying.
Are you not doing
weird.
It from scratch?
No, Bisquick. Yeah, we're just trying.
I mean, if you want to bulk them up, can we Come on, everything's got protein in it now.
I mean, there's a lot of butter, a lot of syrup, a lot of. We don't need protein. I just saw. By the way, I was at the store the other day. This is a good breakfast theme for a fast break breakfast. They have Pop-Tarts that are like protein. It's like Pop-Tart protein.
Yeah, everything's got to have protein.
Everything's got to have protein. Yeah, so I had pancakes this morning. And then I walked to vote in a very meaningless Democratic primary in Davidson County, Tennessee. And then I came back home, hopped on the treadmill, tried to burn off 1/8 of the pancakes. I don't know how it went, but now I'm all sweaty as I record this with you. Dave, any notable? I know you're not a breakfast connoisseur.
And honestly, it's a little bit early today for me to.
I appreciate you hopping on the Zoom this early. Yes,
but I could tell you. I mean, yesterday I had a pretty good breakfast. Actually.
Nice.
I did 4 hard-boiled eggs.
Hey,
and
did you add any protein on there?
Yeah, and some leftover shrimp pasta.
Oh,
I knew
awesome.
you would love that. Yeah, it was very good. A lot of protein.
I'm making shrimp today. I'm excited.
Nice.
Anyways, those were our breakfast. After our breakfast, Dave, we can move to our breakfast in bed apology. My chance to make right what I might have gotten wrong on a previous episode. I made a big error last episode with Joey Devine. I said in Las Vegas on a very boring Saturday of Summer League where they had the worst schedule possible. I skipped some of it to go to the Westgate and watch the World Cup and watch England and Denmark play. Well, Denmark did not make the World Cup. That's my mistake. I meant Norway, obviously. And of course, I know the difference. Denmark is where Legos come from. Mm-hmm. Norway was the inspiration for the fictional kingdom Arendelle from Frozen. Okay. So that's my bad.
Never seen Frozen.
Oh, man.
Never seen it.
Let it go, man. Yep. So my apologies there for that error. Of course, I meant Norway, England in the World Cup. All right. Before we get into our Central Division preview, let's hit a couple of news items. First of all, big for Fast Break Breakfast. Kudos to him. Dillon Brooks signed another extension. Dillon Brooks, after the Grizzlies said, you don't have a home here, we're not going to pay you, good luck getting that bag, has gotten 6 years and $140 million. It's going to take him to his year 34. Age 35, Dillon Brooks, I'm calling it right now, Warriors. He's going to be a 35-year-old in the Warriors. He's going to finally, it's going to make up with Steve Kerr. He's still there. Steve Kerr's still going to keep
him, man.
I wish a good team could get him. The Suns this offseason, I adore their offseason with the contracts they signed. The Gillespie deal, the Mark Williams deal, the Jordan Goodwin deal, the Dillon Brooks deal. It's an amazing offseason, except for one giant black eye, words chosen purposefully, of trading for Miles Bridges on an expiring deal.
Just had to have him.
Just what in the world? Could have been a great offseason for the Suns. Other NBA news, I mean, what is there? I guess Tom Dundon destroying the relationship with the city of Portland.
Feels on purpose, man.
Feels 100% on. Although
it feels like buying Red Lobster and then selling the property to another company you own and then jacking up the rent and then blaming it on Endless Shrimp.
Exactly. It does. So on the one hand, it feels purposeful when an owner only says bad things about a city. And he basically seems like he's being belligerent. On the other hand, Dave, these billionaires are all sociopaths. So maybe this is just how he is.
And this guy was like a used car salesman or something. You know what I mean?
Subprime auto loans.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
but like
used car salesman.
This is also just like, this is just who people are at the top of the food chain. So maybe in his mind, he has not made a decision. Maybe he's actually trying to, in good faith. I mean, obviously he's trying to get the municipal money.
Yeah, he's in good faith trying to get the city's
money. But like maybe in his mind, he's not being horrible
enterprise.
And saying terrible things about the city. He's just communicating the way he knows how to communicate. Although apparently he wants to move the team to Nashville.
Yeah.
Which is funny for me as a Nashvilleian and someone who covers the Grizzlies and deals with the Memphis-Nashville dynamic. For people not familiar, they're a couple hundred miles from each other. There's a rivalry, sort of, between the cities. There's a lot of scorn, specifically from the Memphis end, because Nashville's growing rapidly. Nashville, in a lot of estimations, sort of stole the Titans. Once the Nashville got the Titans, they become this huge. Anyways, it's funny because a lot of Grizzlies fans are like, no, Nashville should not be part of the Grizzlies universe. Like, no, the Grizzlies should never play a game in Nashville, even though that might happen in the upcoming seasons. But then if you're like, well, can Nashville have a team? Of course, the Grizzlies themselves would be like, of course, no, absolutely not. No. Like, we have no prayer. Like, we would be done but some hardcore Memphis Grizzlies fans would be like, yeah, get your own team. That's fine. But it'd be like, no, that would be the death of your team.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't think Dundon's thought this through. Like, he can't just pack it up and move, right? Like, the other
there's nowhere to go.
Have to allow it.
Yeah.
And I think that the other owners would rather have that sweet expansion money, right? Like, you're not moving a team and getting two expansion teams. Well, that's not going to happen.
Also, the expansion fees. So there's some of this where it's like, obviously, Adam Silver's job is he works for the owners, and he wanted to get the Trailblazers valuation up to a certain level. So the expansion people, the new Las Vegas Jacks ownership group, I'm not a big fan. honestly, I would like the Jokers more. Can we not do the Las Vegas Joker? Anyways,
how about just like what's like the state bird or snake or whatever, right? Like just
the Vegas Vipers. Is that like
sure?
Is that from Any Given Sunday or something?
I have no idea, but
no, but Adam Silver wants to drive up the prices of the franchises, which is why he allowed Tom Dundon to sell off a bit of his hockey team and did not he bought like a percentage, and he had other people jumping on like to make this purchase go through, and he's going to pay some of it off later. And all of this stuff, it's like, okay, Dundon is doing it for an obvious financial motivation, and he wants to get in also I would assume the expansion money. And I was wondering, like, does every owner, like, does the guy who just showed up to the table, he gets this equal cut? That feels kind of weird to me.
Yeah. And if he wanted to move the team, do you know that there's a relocation fee he'd have to pay?
He would pay a relocation fee.
Yeah.
So none of it's going great.
He's trying to flip an NBA team, man. Like
100%.
This is like straight up what's happening. And this is what Adam Silver's kind of asked for with like allowing in all these rich guys that are rich on paper. Right? Like that's the other thing. This is not like the NBA used to be, where it was, oh, this family has money. These are people who have like fake money.
Well, it used to. So it used to be, to some degree, and this gets into the entire debate over whether cities and states should use tax money for sports franchises, and a lot of it, to me, which might not be completely 100% accurate, but the way I recall things, it used to be.
Yeah.
I'm even saying like 20 years ago, an NBA owner would be worth like $100 million.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, like the guy who bought the Grizzlies is worth $50 million. And it's like, oh, the state is going to own the arena they play in, and they've pledged $50 million to renovate this thing. And you're like, we could probably use that money for other things. But also, I see the municipal benefit. Like there is a municipal benefit to these teams being in their locations. To Portland having the Trailblazers, huge municipal benefit. But now when it's like this team valued at $5 billion, owned by a billionaire, like if you need $600 million to do your repairs, call up JP Morgan.
Yeah, or go reach around in your couch cushion.
Yeah. Go get the money from someone else. Yeah,
and then here's my thing, Keith. Yeah. If the city is putting in money, why didn't the city get an ownership stake? I would rather that, man. Like the city should like, we gotta socialize this if we want to make it work for real. Of course, that's never gonna happen because this is America. But I don't know. This is it's starting to trickle into Rome, to Italy. Yeah, a couple of teams have been purchased and moved to Rome from like their hometown clubs. This is it. You know what the NBA is doing is a blueprint to make money, but it's really not a blueprint to have a good sport.
It's really wild. Where I don't know. I mean, you and me can be optimistic about certain sports stories to be like, oh, maybe this is like, hopefully like the wave has crested and people have realized, no, we got to turn it back. I see the thing that's going on with FIFA. Where it's like, listen, all these soccer clubs around the world have sold out to private equity, to sovereign wealth funds, to the Glazers, you know, like just like, it's just like all these international football clubs where it's like, why do we sell our team to Americans or to other, like these are profitable things that we have. Why do we need this much more money? And of course it's competition. You want to buy the best players. You want to I think it starts in not a bad place. It starts in a place where we're trying to compete. But then it's hit this like FIFA making all the money and now being like, hey, guess what? We want JP Morgan and the Kushners to help us. We want Thrive Capital to sell off this thing and make it
real
private.
Estate now.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, but everything works already. Like, I mean, maybe if you had a plan to build like 10 soccer complexes in every state and country, great, let's do it. By the way, Chet Holmgren said if he wins the Powerball, he's going to work on ending child hunger in the U.S., guess what?
Yeah.
Every NBA owner could inch out hunger.
That's
like,
right.
The 30 NBA owners, they could inch out hunger in America easily.
Yep.
Comfortably. Anyways, best of luck, Trailblazers. No tax money for billionaires. Hold the line. And Adam Silver, again, like, this goes to the prevailing question of so much in the world. How much is enough? Where it's like,
right.
you have a profitable NBA team that's worth tons of money. Like, why sell it to a carpetbagger who's just trying to flip it? Like,
I don't understand. How come, Phil Knight wanted to buy the Blazers?
They didn't like his price.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. It's messed up. Let's take a break and then we'll come back.
Wonder if an NBA team's like having a boat.
You think? I mean, obviously, it's like it's always thought of being. It is a collectible for the wealthiest people on the planet,
right? But
now turning it solely into a financial instrument, where it's like
it's property.
We need a downturn just for the health of the sport, just for people to say this is not guaranteed money. Because I mean, eventually, they've let in sovereign wealth funds and private equity.
Yep.
To these ownership groups, and that's the slippery slope of right now they're limiting how big the investments can be, but what's going to stop Adam Silver from being like, I've changed my mind, let's make it even bigger?
They're going to blow right through it.
They're going to blow right through it. Anyways, let's take a break and then we'll come back and talk about the Central Division. All right, Dave, our main course on today's show, just talking about the Central Division, which I got to say, as I look over these teams, not very excited about this division this year. I think it's going to be an exciting NBA season, but we got the Pistons, the Cavs, the Bucks, the Bulls, and the Pacers. Now, there are, of course, interesting stories.
Right.
But with the ascension of the Eastern Conference, with Kawhi possibly going to the East, with LeBron going to the East, with Jaylen Brown getting moved to the Sixers, there's a lot of really awesome teams in the Eastern Conference. Maybe some of it is just like the Pistons and the Cavaliers. It's like, oh, what did you do to build off last year? Nothing.
Step back.
So let's talk about these teams. And actually, I gave you a couple of questions that we're going to go over. Yep. Maybe not. We might not do every question for every team, but for some of these teams, I'm going to ask you, who's the best player?
Right.
Like for the Pistons, it's Cade Cunningham. Yeah. Easy. Some of the other teams, it's not so easy. I'm going to ask you on each team. This is something I want to do. I'm going to catalog, I think, the whole league. I'm trying to figure out on each team, how many players on this team could they turn around and swap for multiple first-round picks today? Again, like Cade Cunningham, sure.
Yep.
This exercise began when I was thinking about my own team, the Grizzlies, where if you throw out guys who were just drafted, if you throw out this year's draft class, how many players could you trade for multiple first-round picks? This maybe is like message board stuff where people are like, Zach Edey would bring back 2 firsts in a trade. And I'm like, you sure about that? He didn't play any games last year.
Coward would.
Yeah, so first and second year players, it's usually pretty easy. Coward would bring back if they were like, hey, if a couple of GMs were like, between you and me, Cedric Coward said some awful things to Robert Pera. He called him a war criminal 3 times, and we're gonna move on. But give us a good offer. You could get multiple firsts, I think, for Cedric Coward. But I'm trying to figure out on every team, how many players do they have that weren't this year's draft class? Could you trade for multiple first-round picks? And then also we might do a what's a move they made this offseason that you already forgot about. Also, we're going to ask, are any rookies in their rotation this upcoming season?
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else that comes up, we'll see. Let's go, I don't know, alphabetical? Last year's standings?
Sure.
Best to worst?
Yeah,
let's do that. I like that. All right. So the Pistons, of course, had the best record by them.
The Pacers were worst, right?
The Pacers were worst. We'll finish with the Pacers. Yeah. All right. Last year, the Pistons won 60 games. This offseason, they, of course, have not settled up with Jalen Duren. They're playing hardball with Jalen Duren. That is still not resolved. They lost Isaiah Stewart. They lost Tobias Harris. They did bring in John Collins.
Gave away Isaiah Stewart, man.
Well, they were kind of done with it, but they wanted to clear some money maybe to sign Jalen Duren. They did pick up Isaiah Joe for free. Mm-hmm. All right, first of all, the question of how many players do they have that you could trade for multiple firsts? I think they're more easy because obviously Cade, Let's include Jalen Duren if the deal gets done.
I would say that, yeah.
And then
that's it.
I think Asar.
I don't know if Asar would get multiple firsts.
Have you seen the social media picture of him at the boxing gym? His arms are huge.
Yeah. But the offensive limitation, I mean, maybe he gets a couple firsts. Yeah, you're probably right. But I could see him getting like a good player and a first for Asar.
I mean,
2 firsts for Asar.
Both Thompson twins, it's going to be the contract.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the big, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do with a Scottie Pippen-esque defender with huge biceps who literally can't do anything on offense other than stand in the dunker spot? Like
nothing. And like, as we're watching these players, I mean, Jaylen Brown just got kind of salary dumped a little bit.
The trade thing is funny to me because like what standard are we using? Like it was a year ago Desmond Bain got what four firsts and 2 swaps or 3 firsts and 2 whatever it was. And then Jaren got 3. Yeah. Jaren got 3 firsts. But then you have like, all right, Walker Kessler, 2 firsts and 2 swaps. That's ridiculous. But then you have Giannis, wasn't that much. Jaylen Brown wasn't that much. I think you could get 2 first-round picks for Asar Thompson. I think if there's open bidding, someone would go get him. So I'm going to give him I'm going to give him 3 players. Like, because I don't think anybody else you could get a first for.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Ron Holland? No. Blooms off the rose. You can't get anything off.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. All right. So that settles that. Is there an offseason move you already forgot about? I have one.
Isaiah Joe.
So you already, for me, that's the only good thing they did.
It's a good pickup, but
I like it. You forgot.
I forgot that they got him. Yeah.
I forgot they salary dumped Karis LeVert for Gary Harris and Taurean Prince. That was one. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Karis LeVert's gone. Mm-hmm. Any rookies in the rotation? This is basically, is Ibuka Okori going to break into the rotation?
I think he has a chance to be like the third guard.
Yeah, third guard. For this exercise on is a rookie going to be in the rotation, I'm going, of course, the roster's fully healthy.
Right.
And I'm going to say a flat no.
Yeah, maybe
Okori looked pretty tiny at Summer League, meaning he'll look even tinier in the regular season. And you got
a lot of ball handlers.
Yeah, you got Cade and you got Dennis Jenkins, and I mean,
and they're not going to play them together.
He will play. Yeah. He will play, but I don't expect him to be in like closing lineup. It's sort of a weird team. Again, if you bring back Jalen Duren, fine. Like I like it all right. I do like John Collins. I feel like he's slightly underrated. They got Duncan Robinson still. Isaiah Joe is. I mean, the keeping Kevin Huerter. You got Isaiah Joe, who's better than Kevin Huerter, I think.
Right.
Anyways, they have a weird front court.
They do.
Only, as far as I can see, they only have Paul Reed, John Collins, and then Jalen Duren.
That's it.
I mean, maybe there's like a younger guy. I'm not getting. Anyways, that's your
maybe
Pistons.
Maybe Sar at the 5 now that he's.
What's your Pistons excitement meter?
Oh, it's low.
It's kind of low.
Very low. I just don't see where they're going to have the offense. Like they needed an offensive improvement and they probably took a step back on offense. Losing Tobias Harris, who was their second best player in the playoffs, that's going to be rough.
And I mean, there was some thought that they were still going to maybe try to piece together contracts to like swing for Tyler Hero, another
they player, probably should.
Which like, be honest with you. But I'm not even sure the money's going to work out. I don't see how they're going to do that. So, yeah, I'm kind of underwhelmed with this team. I mean, obviously they could have a step forward with Dennis Jenkins. Maybe Asar can level up, give you a little more offense.
Well, we
learn how to shoot a shot.
We felt like that 60 wins was a little bit of fool's gold anyway, right? Like, I mean, they were able to beat up on the bad teams, because their defense is so good. But their offense had problems all year. So I think like maybe it's a step back, but I think like it could look more drastic year to year on the record.
Yeah, especially with everyone being with like maybe 11 teams or 12.
Right.
If you think the Wizards are right,
do they win 50 games this season?
I haven't looked at their over under, but that's a good question. Let's move to the team that finished second in the Central Division. Your Eastern Conference finalists, the Cavaliers, a team I am less excited about than the Pistons somehow.
They had a rough summer, man.
They had a rough summer. They got Mario Hezonja as their consolation prize for missing out on LeBron James. There are some reports out there that there's a thought, I assume you followed this news, they're trying to launder him to Dubai, possibly. Although it seems like FIBA would block if this was the case. Yeah,
we'll see. My guy Toko Shingalia actually just transferred to Dubai from Barcelona. So Hezonja and Shingalia, that's a heck of a team in the Adriatic League for sure.
Move I already forgot about. I guess re-signing Thomas Bryant because they've done nothing. I mean, you could say they haven't salary dumped Max Strus yet.
They lost Dean Wade. They did do that.
Okay. How many firsts would Donovan Mitchell get? Because
in this environment with
the new contract he signed,
2 at most.
2
at most.
What's like a Jaylen Brown match?
He's Jaylen Brown.
He was so underwhelming, and I mean, it's so weird how they like mission accomplished. Made the conference finals, but were so underwhelming the whole way there. They were like,
honestly, man, this hasn't really come out. I still think Donovan Mitchell got hurt during the playoffs and played through it. Like he just never looked right.
Yeah.
He would have these moments and I give him credit because like he was struggling and still, he kept going, but I think he was hurt.
I think if there was a open market for Evan Mobley, he would bring back several. I think you could get 3.
Yeah.
Just because he's still young and he's like, I think he fits anywhere and he can very least a floor raiser. And I think he's a very good player. I think,
man, I'm starting to think that his development's been stunted quite a bit by being in Cleveland.
Maybe so.
Playing with Jared Allen all the time. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have the ball in his hands enough for the stuff that you think about when he came in as a rookie, like our expectations, we're saying, wow, is this guy going to be Giannis?
Yeah. It seemed like, I feel like midway through his second season, there was this feeling that he was going to ascend into being like an all NBA style guy.
Yeah.
How much could you get in a trade for Jarrett Allen? Because I feel like
you can get to,
it's weird where I feel like he seems like he should be gettable.
Yeah.
And 2 feels maybe high, but he makes half as much as Walker Kessler.
Right.
And he's way more proven than Walker Kessler. So I don't know.
I mean, I thought the Lakers were going to make a run for Jared Allen.
I don't know why the Lakers wouldn't have offered half of what they offered to the Jazz for Jared. I feel like the Cavs would have done that. If they said 1 first and a swap, I feel like the Cavs might have been like, you know what, let's try something different. Any rookies going to make their rotation when healthy?
I don't believe so.
I mean, Lord no, although again, Malik Thomas was awesome in Summer League. I'm still surprised they have Dennis Schroeder there. I'm still surprised they haven't cut money. There's been like some reports out there that they're going to like kick the tires on Peyton Watson. How? Like, I don't understand.
Like a sign and trade?
Like they're going to sign and trade Max Strus? So I don't know.
Honestly, Dennis Schroeder would be kind of awesome in Denver.
Oh, by the way, the Nuggets signed Lonnie Walker yesterday.
Yeah.
Excitement meter for the Cavs, Dave?
Oh man, very low.
It's kind of low.
All right. That being said, listen, all they really needed to do was sort of run it back, right? Like they were in the conference finals. Maybe they're healthier. Full season of James Harden. I can sit and talk myself into all this, but they lost Dean Wade, who was their best defender. Well, perimeter defender, I'll say.
I mean, it's a weird team. Of course, James Harden still there. Have they officially ink to paper on James Harden's situation?
No, they haven't. No.
Weird.
It is. But they're trying to maintain this flexibility, Keith.
Yeah.
What if I don't know, Anthony Randolph is available? Maybe they sign him. I don't know. What's Nico Mirotic up to?
Oh man. Let's move to the team that finished 3rd in the Central Division last year. That's Gary Trent's Milwaukee Bucks. They won 32 games last year.
Man.
All right, Dave. Who's the best player on the Bucks?
Oh man.
The best player to win a basketball game today.
Is it Tyler Hero?
I think it's probably Tyler Hero.
Yeah, it's Tyler Hero.
I mean, at the very least, say what you will about his defense, man's a bucket.
He can hoop.
Like, who else is in the running? Like, is it
Braden Burries?
Yeah. Like, can we include rookie Braden Burries, who was awesome in Vegas?
Ryan Rollins is pretty good.
Ryan Rollins is pretty good.
Miles Turner has been a good player.
Been a good player.
Yeah. Look, man, I've been making this argument that the Bucks are too good for what they want to do, because this is like almost a play-in team.
I'm gonna strong disagree there.
Oh man, they've got so many. They've got NBA role player guys. Like, they've got rotation guys.
Okay,
they've got 8 of them.
Here's my rotation. I actually did this. I got real into the Bucks depth chart.
They start Ryan Rollins, Tyler.
Ryan Rollins and Tyler Hero, which is a fine place to begin.
Yeah,
but then what? You have kind of it falls off a cliff rapidly.
You can go Jaime Jaquez at the 3.
At the 3, Jaime and Kuzma 3-4.
Yeah, and then Miles Turner.
And then Miles Turner with Khalil Ware off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a horrible team.
I mean, listen, I'm
that's
not saying
a horrible
it's a
team.
Good team. I'm just saying I think that playing hard matters, and they've got like 8 or 9 guys that can play. Every night.
Listen,
Gary Trent is going to maybe be like the 11th man.
Taylor Jenkins. One of the funniest things.
Taylor Jenkins.
One of the funniest things about the Gary Trent deal, which of course was brazen corruption. It was salary cap circumvention. There's no argument otherwise. One of the funniest things I hadn't really noticed until I did like the depth chart is how little this team needs Gary Trent, even if he wasn't one of the worst players in the NBA last year. If Gary Trent was even back to like his okay-ish standards, this team already has Ryan Rollins, Kevin Porter Jr., Tyler Hero. They drafted Braden Burries. They have AJ Green, who's basically a 2. They have Karis LeVert on the roster. That's like 6-7 guys they could play the 2 who are better than Gary Trent Jr.
Yep.
That's funny. It's crazy.
By the way, Yakachonis is going to be good, I think.
Kasper Yakachonis. Yakachonis?
Yakachonis?
I have so much trouble with that name.
I have to,
like, I don't know if they wanted Kevin Porter Jr. to come back, but like, I mean, I guess like Ryan Rollins, fine point guard.
Yeah.
And if Yakachonis is any good, okay, that's some ball handling.
They're going to win like what, 35 games?
No.
You don't think so?
No, they're going to be terrible. Unless like Khalil Ware's like solid. I don't know.
No, I think that they need, they need to like move these guys and get assets for them, right? Like they have too many guys.
So to answer the question, how many players do they have that they could trade, not counting this year's draft picks, that they could trade for 2 firsts?
None.
Zero. If you could get 2 firsts for Tyler Hero, you would have done it.
Yep.
Khalil Ware can't get you anything. Miles Turner is dead money. Kyle Kuzma is underwater money.
He's LinkedIn posting.
Jaime Jaquez is no. I doubt you could get 1 first. He's like he had a really good year last year.
Yeah.
And a really terrible year the year before that.
Yep.
And a really good rookie year. So like, what is he outside of the Miami ecosystem? Who knows? Now this team has no players they could trade for multiple for, like Ryan Rollins. Let's say
Ryan Rollins maybe, but I don't think.
But I don't think so. Yeah, that's not
like.
The guy.
Let's say he comes out and lights the world on fire in the first half of the season. Okay, maybe you can get.
I mean, what's Ryan Rollins' role on a playoff team?
He's a backup.
Right. So yeah, you can't
backup point guard.
I don't think. Yeah, you can't trade.
I don't think so.
Any rookies in their rotation, Dave? When fully healthy,
I think so. I think they're probably going to have 2, maybe.
Well, I mean, can Braden Burries beat up Gary Trent Jr. for playing time?
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I think that's going to happen.
What does the front office say, if anything, to Taylor Jenkins about Gary Trent's minutes? Like, hey man, Adam Silver's really breathing down our neck here. We'd love it if Gary Trent Jr. could be our starter. Could you find some minutes for him?
Oh my God! If he starts a game, Keith.
If he plays like, I don't know, if it's like first 15 games of the year, he has 12 DMPs. I mean, listen, Taylor plays a deep bench.
Okay. No, legitimately at the 2, man, I would have him.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have him 5th on their depth chart at the 2.
I've already said that on this episode.
Like 5th.
I literally said that already.
I know. I'm just like, I'm
Tyler Hero, Kevin Porter, Braden Burries,
absurd.
Karis LeVert. I mean, like Karis can play the 3. He has some size. I mean, if Karis gets minutes, he's going to be a fantasy dude. Like if Taylor plays,
he's going to shoot
because he's going to put the ball up and he can. I don't know. Listen, if they're trying to, although they don't even care if they avoid relegation zone, they don't have their pick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They are probably better than they want to be.
I was going to say if they needed to avoid the relegation zone, I'm not even sure Nate Ament gets in the game, but maybe because their front court's weird. But they don't care if they end up in the relegation zone. So sure, Nate Ament and Braden Burrs can make the the rotation. What a nightmare team, man!
It's insane,
with how much in dead money between Gary Trent and the Dame stretch. That's like a max. That's like a 30%. That's like a 30% max player. Just lit on fire.
35 million, right?
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's not 30%, but still, that's crazy. Where are we at? Oh, fourth was the Bulls.
The Bulls.
All right, how many players on the Bulls could you trade right now? Not counting Caleb Wilson. Could you trade right now for multiple firsts? The real question is, Modest Buzelis wants to get out of town bad.
Right.
Will anyone give us two? I think probably, but like
maybe be like Sacramento.
I mean, like, well, if you're the Nets or Sacramento, where obviously you should probably be hanging on to your picks, right. a year 3 Modest Buzelis, is that a building block where you feel like is worth, or a team with like if like the Grizzlies who have excess movable first round picks. Like, hey, you can bring in Modest Buzelis. You want to do that? It's like
it would feel like an overpay, I think. Right? Especially
it's interesting.
Player, I mean, like depends on the players going back. Like if it was just,
I like Buzelis, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not dialed in enough to like Bulls culture. Mm-hmm. Maybe like people are like, oh yeah, he's on that all-star track by year 3, year 4.
But I don't feel the same way.
I mean, the Josh Giddey is
no.
I think the other one. Josh Giddey was traded
this year.
I was gonna say, I think Josh Giddey. I mean, he got traded for no first round picks the last time he got traded.
Right.
Norm Powell, and maybe I'm wrong here. My initial reaction to that Norm Powell deal was it's not a movable deal. They paid him too much, and it's a player option or maybe it's a team option. I guess that would be the key here. But like, I don't know who has the room to take on the $23 million of Norm Powell this year? I don't know. They would also pay picks, because usually the good teams who would want a Norm Powell don't often have the matching salary.
It's a team option.
It is a team option, so that makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe. Yeah. I don't know. One
I don't
first.
know
maybe.
if he'll get 2 firsts. Yeah.
He couldn't get 2.
He will get traded.
So I think for the exercise, we'll say one player. We'll say Buzelis could bring back.
Yeah.
Their team is weird also. We assume they're going to start Buzelis and Wilson together with Giddey and Norm Powell, with then either Nick Claxton or Jalen Smith at the center.
I think it'd be Claxton.
I mean, probably Claxton, but I think Jalen Smith's better. Jalen
Smith's really good.
That's my very podcaster brain there. I'm a big fan of Jalen Smith.
He's good.
I mean, they got Trey Jones, Rob Dillingham off the bench. Somehow they have Isaac Okoro and Patrick Williams, who are sort of the same player.
I'd rather have Okoro.
I mean, if they were both paid the same, they were both paid $8 million. I think I would take Patrick Williams actually. Yeah.
I don't know, man. A lot of possessions in a Patrick Williams jumper, and it just is never.
Here's all right. So who's their best player?
Norm Powell.
I get like. Who's their best player if you needed to win a game today?
Man,
it's no clue.
It's
like team dependent. I guess maybe Giddey if I need just a dribbler. Like maybe Buzelis if I just need like a third guy. It's
by
weird.
the end of the year, it's Caleb Wilson. I believe that.
Is there a move you already forgot about for their offseason?
No. Not real. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting that they've got Rob Dillingham.
He's on the team.
But that's from last year. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Here's a move I forgot about, and then I was appalled when I was reminded of it. They repaid Zach Collins. How does Zach Collins keep getting contracts?
I did forget about Zach Collins too.
Like, I understood the first time he got a deal. It's like, oh, his analytic, his per minute. Oh, wow. The steal block, the positional versatility, can guard multiple positions in the front court. But then it was like, then that deal immediately became terrible. And they're like, oh, this guy's actually not good. He can't really stay healthy, not that good. For him to get money again, mind-blowing. Yeah. Mind-blowing to me. Not Gary Trent mind-blowing, but like, honestly, it kind of cracks the Trent scale of like, what's happening there? How did he get money?
They got Leonard Miller, and man, I like him so much.
Dude,
I need him to play. He needs to play.
This team is relegation zone for me, which is maybe an unpopular opinion. This team, I think, is better than the Bucks, but I think the Bucks and Bulls are both real bad.
See, I think that they're a little bit worse than the Bucks.
Yeah, your Bucks enthusiasm is great. We need to pitch this episode as Dave's Bucks enthusiasm.
Well, maybe it's like a little bit of it could be leaning into the bit, because I have this thing where I think it would be very funny if the Bucks and Heat were not that far apart in the standings.
On last episode, Joey Devine was a little bit more optimistic about the Heat. I am not optimistic about the Heat at all.
I'm not.
Let's take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about a very intriguing team, the Indiana Pacers. We'll do that right after this. All right, Dave, by our very controversial count, the Pistons have 3 players you could trade for multiple first-round picks if Jalen Duren resigns. The Cavaliers have 3, assuming you could squeeze 2 picks out in a Jarrett Allen deal. The Bucks have 0.
Yeah.
The Bulls have 1, maybe, in Manas Buzelis. The Indiana Pacers. Okay. Haliburton would bring you back.
For sure.
For sure, unless he looks really horrific.
Right. Apparently he had shingles.
Yeah, he had shingles. I knew that. I had shingles a few years ago.
Yeah.
Still got the scars to show it. I remember playing piano, having like weird lightning pain shooting through my torso. It was kind of weird. Siakam?
Yeah, for sure.
He's got 2 years left on his deal, and he's pretty old, but still, he's like a very much winning player. Right? He's also
that's the sort of team that would give up picks.
He's also, I mean, last year he took some games off because they were losing, but one of them, he's been one of the most durable players. Mm-hmm. Zubac just got traded for the 5th pick.
Right.
And another one. All right, let's say they felt like they were underwater in the season. Could they then recoup 2 firsts by trading Zubac again?
I think so.
Maybe?
I think so.
Okay. So possibly 3
There's
players.
There's just not enough good, like, high-level centers. I mean,
yeah.
Is Zubac a top 5, top 6 guy?
No.
Center?
No.
I mean, he's at least top 10. I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. He's somewhere in there. He's not like he's a good center. He's in the top 3rd of the league.
I mean, now I'm curious. I mean, yeah.
Part of it is he plays, man.
Yep. No other players would return any amount of first round picks, I don't believe. I think a Nembhard trade would be intriguing because he's got like a decent salary and like, but I think that's more like a 1 first round pick.
Yeah.
If he were actually available. Nobody else would bring back anything. Their best player is Tyrese Haliburton, assuming he's all well and good to go. Is there a move they made this offseason that you've already forgotten about?
No.
I mean, what do they do?
They
guess
got Oubre.
But
and it was a good deal.
Like, I'm not going to forget about Oubre. He's too beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. No,
also,
I know. Yeah.
Sign him to a good contract, and he's going to fit like a glove.
I mean, Larry Nance Jr., maybe that one slid under the radar. They haven't done a whole lot. They made their big move by trading away the 5th pick for Zubac. They made their big move last year, and now we see if they can run it back.
If he's not top 6, he needs to be top 6.
I didn't ask you your enthusiasm level for the Bucks or the Bulls, although we could tell you were teeming with enthusiasm for the Bucks.
I'm actually excited for the Bulls, man. Like Caleb Wilson, I mean,
I'm excited awesome. in the deepest league pass cut way.
Yeah.
I'm excited in the way that I started an NBA podcast because I watch the bad teams play basketball.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to turn them on the first week of the season to see what happens. and then be like, good Lord, this is gross. That's what I think is going to happen, at least. What's your excitement level for the Pacers?
I think I'm lower than most people.
I think people are nervous. I don't even know what most people feel. I think everybody's nervous. It's like, was the finals run lightning in a bottle? Mm-hmm. What happened to the Eastern Conference for each of the last 2 seasons? The teams just caught lightning in a bottle and looked amazing, with the Knicks winning the title. Like, the Knicks were good, but still, best point differential of all time in the playoffs. Good. You know, like, that's still
also over that.
Still very surprising to me.
20 games.
Best,
was like the best in NBA history.
Right. Best point differential, regardless of regular season or postseason.
Yeah.
Sue me, that was surprising to me.
Yes. Very much so.
And then the Pacers making the finals and taking the Thunder to 7 games was stunning.
I think the other thing is, like, the Pacers are going to look way different than they did 2 years ago because of Zubac.
Yeah.
You know, everything kind of changes with him. They're already starting to say, hey, he's spacing out to the corner. He's going to shoot more threes. We'll see. I don't know. But I think he's going to be a really good pick and roll partner for all those guys. I worry about him and Siakam when they share the court, just because, like, they like to touch the ball offensively in the same places. Like, Zubac likes to post up, and he's a pick and roll finisher. He's really good around the basket. But
also, I think it's legitimate to be nervous about not just Haliburton's health, but like Siakam is just getting older. Like when you're in your 30s, TJ McConnell looked old last year. Finally, their bench is not that awesome. I mean, I like Obi Toppin, and I think Oubra's going to come off the bench. I assume they're going to start.
I think so.
Haliburton and Nembhard with Nesmith and Siakam and Zubac. So the bench is okay, as long as I think McConnell's healthy.
Yeah, they kept Jay Huff. Is a rookie going to be in the rotation?
Who do they have? I don't know if any of the rookies.
No.
Keaton Wagler's not coming in the rotation, Dave. All right. So by my count, we think the Central Division has 10 players you could trade for first-round picks, for multiple first-round picks, not counting this year's draftees. I think that might be one of the lowest totals in any of the divisions out there. Maybe not.
I think so.
Well, we might. I mean, listen, are we going to do this show 5 more times this offseason? Possibly, because we have 5 more divisions to get to, and we'll see who has the most. Let's answer a listener question real quick. This is the croissant questioner.
Yes. Are you going to finish that croissant?
Knock yourself out.
All right, 2-time International Stackhouse of Pancakes champion, Janky Jeff asks, with the number of good to great teams the NBA is shaping up to have next season, combined with the new lottery system discouraging teams from being terrible and an exciting crop of rookies coming in, could next season feature the highest number of genuinely entertaining NBA games ever?
I think there's a good chance. I think there's a pretty good chance. Last year was weird. It was a weird season. I thought the season before last was probably the best one that as far as regular season basketball goes, probably the best one since I've started doing this. This year, I don't know, man. It depends. Like, do you like, let me ask you, like, your preference. Do you like when there's a dominant team? Like, someone's just, like, absolutely hammering every night, like, running away with it? Because I don't think we're going to get that.
I don't mind it, I think is my official answer, because when that occurs historically throughout the NBA, I don't watch that team. I legitimately, like, there were Kobe Shaq playoffs that I didn't watch the finals that much. I was just like,
wow,
I'm out. Like,
because it felt inevitable.
Sort of inevitable, but just like I've always had, I think, my passion more for just like the weirder teams. And maybe it's just because I don't know, maybe hopping on the Grizzlies bandwagon in like 2001.
Right.
And I never expected for my team to play very long into the postseason. And I became like a sort of like a regular season NBA fan. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't have any problem with the Thunder 2 years ago. Thought it was very interesting how they were crushing. I mean, the Thunder started this year. It didn't wane my interest whatsoever that they, what did they start? 24-1 or something like, no, last year was weird because 10 of the 30 teams were losing on purpose. And the odds of having games matter was so low. I think this year is going to be incredible, at the very least for the first few months. Just every Eastern Conference matchup, even including the Bucks and the Bulls.
Right.
Because at least they're going to be sort of interesting, like we said on the show in the early season. But like Celtics, every Atlantic Division showdown game is going to be amazing. Every Pacers game against, the Raptors, all these things, like LeBron against all these, the Hornets game, like there's legit 12 teams in the East that I'm excited about. So I think it's going to be very watchable.
The 7:00 Eastern games.
Yeah.
Have been duds for a long time. And now, I mean, it's going to be like Wizards Sixers. I've made a joke that Joel Embiid always plays those games because he can just go crush the Wizards because they're not trying, right? Now, like, the Wizards are going to be trying, right? Like, they've got a decent team. I'm not, honestly, I think that this is true. I think that it's going to probably be some of the more competitive basketball we see. We'll see about style of play, right? Like, because I think with the competitiveness, you're going to see more physicality. I hope the league allows it. I don't necessarily think we need it to look like the NBA Finals. But yeah.
Also, I would say just the new homes of Giannis and Jaylen Brown and LeBron and probably Kawhi. We're just still out there.
He's on the roster on ESPN for the Raptors. Like,
that's so funny. I mean, they're dropped like Christmas Day games are going to probably, I assume those are getting leaked like tomorrow or today. Like, I feel like the usual NBA calendar is Shams leaks the NBA games the end of the first week of August, because next week is when the schedule's supposed to come out. Not having the Kawhi thing resolved is hysterical for the schedule makers and for like doing, like, I don't know if the Raptors would have gotten Christmas Day, but like if they had Kawhi, they were much more likely to.
Yeah.
But I think all the East Showdown games are going to be great, and that's going to carry a lot of the season. I think in the West, there are still, even like, I think the garbage teams are going to be somewhat competitive. I don't have a lot of hope for the Kings, but everybody else in the West should be mostly competitive night to night. The one thing about the lottery rules, like it should of course incentivize teams not to lose as much, because it's just flattened odds and you don't want to have one of the three worst records. However, we're still going to have, I think, several teams that aren't going to be good, that don't control their pick, and that makes it weirder. So, like the Pelicans, the Nets, and the Clippers, and the Bucks, maybe, is that right? I think all those teams, at the very least, are possibly giving their pick up. So, like,
right, Pelicans, Bucks, and Nets may just completely pull the plug.
And I mean, what are the Clippers doing? Like, I mean, Darius Garland's good, but
right.
The Thunder are possibly going to get a great pick again. Is that right? They get another one they get another one.
I think so. Yeah. so if you're the Clippers, right, and you want to just tank that pick, they're going to have to clean that up, I think. Right? I don't know how they clean it up.
We haven't even really talked about,
way to clean it up.
I know we're wrapping the show up, but we haven't really talked about like the Thunder just making straight up financial moves to get worse.
Yep.
Like, I mean, and I guess credit to Sam Presti for being like, nope, it's a financial move, not a basketball move, for getting rid of Lou Dort. And him saying that hopefully this means, my understanding is, they're going to invest in the next seasons.
Right.
Because it's funny, should the Clippers give the Thunder the best pick possible so their luxury tax bill goes up? Get him the highest slotted salary possible. Maybe it's a good strategy.
Like well, it's a little bit like Sam Presti just did to the Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
That Spencer Jones.
Run up the Spencer Jones money.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing, Dave. This date in International Stackhouse of Pancakes history, 6 years ago on August 6th, 2020, the only August 6th with NBA games ever.
Wow.
Rookie of the Year runner-up, Kendrick Nunn went 5 for 17 in the bubble in a loss to the Bucks. 5 for 17, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul. That was this day in International Stackhouse of Pancakes history. And with that, thanks for listening, everybody. Dave, are you getting a DAZN subscription? Apparently, they're going to be the home for 10 NBA teams.
You know what? My league pass is powerful.
You got the powerful league pass.
I get all that. I don't have to change apps or channels or anything.
Yeah.
So no, I will not be getting to Zone. All right. Man, I remember the first time I learned how that was pronounced because I had no clue. I was like,
DAZN.
What is that?
Yeah.
The Zone.
Yeah. Anyways,
why are we so anti-vowel in this country? It's just another sign of the rampant illiteracy.
Anti-vowel lobbyists, of course. Anyways, thanks everybody for listening. Oh, if you want more from us, patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast. By the way, I got to pick a date for our fantasy football draft. Probably in the, I don't know, early September, maybe late August. We'll have
I'm playing this year.
No, you're terrible at fantasy sports.
This year.
You're terrible at fantasy sports. I can't have you in there.
I am playing. I work on Sundays now all the time. I should have played last year. I'm playing this year. I'm gonna play hard.
Instead of sailing lessons, you need fantasy sports lessons, Dave.
It's not the lesson. It's the
your mind wanders.
Me of this. All right. I need to make a reminder to set my lineups and
I don't want to hold your hand through a fantasy football season. I'll be real.
I just had this. I let go of the rope on.
You do. You let go. Anyways, I will stay. If you want to play fantasy football with me and Dave, patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast. All right, you guys are the best. Thanks for listening. And remember, breakfast is the most important thing.
Yeah, never apologize for being G&G. Fast break, man. You understand?
I will remember